What's on, guys? Cuz Crypto here with another video. So today's video we're going to be looking at the markets, looking at the news in the market, and also going through charts, just seeing where price actions are. Anything in this video is not financial advice, just a person here who loves cryptocurrency and loves to chat. But yeah, and just make sure that anyone coming into the cryptocurrency market who's new to it or is currently in it and is seeking some moral support. We've all been there. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to basically keep people a bit enlightened, kind of give the realistic view of my personal perspective on the markets and kind of where things are going. Again, haven't got a crystal ball. I cannot say things going up, things going down. I look at the charts the way I look at them. Everyone is different. And if someone says to you something's going, 100x in the next 3 to 6 months, whatnot, they have no idea what they're chatting about, because at the end of the day, how are we meant to know? It's such an unpredictable market. All right, so let's get into it. So the crypto market at the minute is $3.33 trillion in total market cap. And fear and greed is at 71, so the market is actually in the green, which is good to see. So with that, basically, things at the minute are looking like it's all right. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Apologies. Bitcoin currently at $103,500,000, and with over 2 trillion market cap, which is great to see Bitcoin, and we're holding over $101,000 pretty well. I think last night we dipped a little bit, but again, we'll get into the charts in a minute. On the weekly, Bitcoin over 10% still up on the weekly. Ethereum, everyone said it was dead, but the Petra upgrade obviously has done that a while ago, which was went live on the 7th of May. Again, 41% up on the weekly. Everyone thought it was dead, and again we're over that $2,500 kind of mark. And then XRP as well, up nearly 21% on the weekly. That's in a nice pump a couple of days ago. I was happy to see it. Went from like 218 to 262. So we had a nice 15% increase there, really, which is good to see. So let's get into some news. So at the minute, Coinbase being now in the S&P 500. So this is fantastic news for the crypto market. It's Coinbase being a crypto exchange, being in the S&P 500 is a big deal. One, for Coinbase, but also two, for the cryptocurrency sort of sector, because with this it gives more acceptance on it. It's that next leap of acceptance, because obviously at the minute I chat to people in daily life, and if I try and bring up crypto, they're like, oh no, that's a Ponzi scheme, or you're going to get scammed. People, I've seen they call it the pump and dump, and they see all these things. They've basically been triggered by your meme coins that have flown up like 20,000% and then just dumped 20,000%. Cryptocurrency isn't like that. The whole market here, again, you look at your top 50 cryptocurrencies, even your top 10, they are very, again, volatile to some extent, but nowhere near into the terms of like meme coins or what people think cryptocurrency is. So Coinbase being in the S&P 500 is brilliant to see. What else we got here as well? So BlackRock brought up 666 BTC, so 666 Bitcoin, random number. So nearly $70 million worth, and that's the ETF. So it's not BlackRock themselves buying it, it's the ETF, so the trust fund that goes, people are going into that trust fund to buy Bitcoin. And then also, again, a sort of DeFi Development Corp have bought 172,670 SOL, which is equivalent to 23.5 million, which is good to see. So people buying up that, so a treasury. And then inflows. So at the minute, let's have a refresh, make sure. So inflows at the minute of BTC and other cryptocurrencies on the kind of daily. So on the daily, we're looking at down 17 million. But again, everything's reasonably flat at the minute. Ethereum down 107 nearly 108 million. But on the 7, on the weekly, up 131 million on BTC. Ethereum up 400 million, which is great to see. XRP down 183 million. And then Sol up 182 million, so that's great to see for Solana. And then USDC, I mean, because it's a stable coin, it's pretty much getting pumped there's money flowing into it pretty much all the time. And then again with your SUI as well, 25 million. Even Tron looking good, up 44 million. Anyway, let's get into some charts. So looking at BTC, at the minute we're hovering at 103,600 near enough. And at the minute we are, well, again, since the 9th of March, so last 4 days, we've kind of ranged from, let's say, we went down to 101 over the night. We lipped into 100, but this is on the 4-hourly candle, so each candle was 4 hours. But we lipped into 100,000, the 100,000 pocket, but we didn't stay there for long, and we've come back up to holding that, on the 4-hourly especially, 101,700. But at the minute, holding up to the 103 kind of thousand, nice price range, where we can use this still as support for the time being. But at the minute, to get over that 106 or 105, 900, to get over that to then break to the upside is what we're looking for next. Whether we come back down to test the $100,000 mark, that's absolute possibility. Whether we come then down to, we can use this as support, and then possibly we come back down to 97.8, just because with the RSI at the minute, we are holding quite well. Where obviously where we were overbought, apologies for that. So where we're overbought here, the price, obviously then we came down a little bit, and that's where the price kind of tailored off a bit. But the RSI is starting to come back up a little bit and maintain. So Bitcoin is now just holding at $103,000 mark. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance, like I said prior, so Bitcoin dominance, what it means is the amount that Bitcoin is accumulative, so how much Bitcoin is of the whole cryptocurrency, so how much value of Bitcoin is over the whole cryptocurrency market space, and that is nearly 63%. So if I just go into coin, so for example here, coin market cap, so if people don't understand, Bitcoin's market cap is just over 2 trillion, okay, and then the whole market cap is 3.32 trillion. So if you do what is 2 trillion of that? That's about 67%. This is 67% of the whole market cap of the whole cryptocurrency, and so that's Bitcoin's. So at the minute, looking at the chart, we are looking like we are having some kind of accumulation phase again over the last 2 days. It's kind of, you're getting a V-shaped recovery back up to the 63% mark. Again, we were up to 65.5%, and we've come down. This is when the altcoins kind of, not saying taking off, they had a bit of a pump, like your Ethereum went up 40% over the week, like we spoke about. So when Ethereum, XRP, all the other coins fly up, they do quite well, they go up that 30-40%. All of a sudden Bitcoin dominance comes down, and that's starting to show, okay, altcoins are starting to take over a little bit, which is what we want to see for altcoin season. So that's when all the altcoins pump drastically, and there's a bullish sentiment in the whole kind of crypto market. And guys, if you don't know what bullish and bearish is, remember, bull is like a bull pushing up, so it's the chart's going up, and a bear is a bear like pushing stuff down, so things are going down. At the minute, we are in a bull market, so in comparison to where Bitcoin was, let's say 2 years ago, which was known as a bear market. So if we zoom out, let's go on to the daily here. So let's zoom out a bit, let's get rid of the RSI minute. So again, as you can see here, bear market, we're talking again, so we're currently at 103,000. We, again, in January, this is when we had the start of the start of the bull market kind of occurred, you could say around January 23. We were at $16,500 per Bitcoin. guys, that's 2.5 years ago. So gradually then we've clawed up to $36,000 coming up then, and then initially before the big spike in November 2024, Bitcoin in March 24 went up to about its previous, well, just over its previous all-time at 72,000. So it hit an all-time high, but just over in the March 24, which is a bit unusual for Bitcoin at times, because in previous markets, in bull and bear markets, that wouldn't be the case. Usually it would go up to into the bull market around the October time and November. So like here, where it is in 2024, like it would have been in 2020. So if we go back to 2020, let's fly back here. So again, we got the bear market here, around here, sorry. So we had a bull market coming into the bear market here to 2019, coming into 2020, obviously we had COVID, and then obviously coming into late 2020, like 2024, October, November time, we started to see a rally from let's 10,000 all the way up to 40,000 in a matter of, I mean, let's have a look here. So if we go from, let's say, September, let's go November about here, up to here, we've seen an increase of 273%, and that was over 82 days, just shy of 3 months. We did pretty much 3x, sorry, a 4x. So that's incredible to see. But again, with where we are at the minute in the market, we are in a bull market, like I said. So again, if you compare the prices where we have been to where we are now, even if you go back 5-6 years ago, Bitcoin has increased drastically. So XRP. Let's have a look, see here. So obviously, is it yesterday? We had a nice old pump yesterday. Let's go on to the daily. Let's say 4 hourly. So again, with XRP, as you can see here, we kind of went from this 218 range, and then we kind of just gradually rallied up to about 242. And this is obviously going back about 4 or 5 days ago, and we actually managed to pump up to 260 yesterday, and it was good to see, because obviously XRP has been reasonably flat for the last, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks. Obviously when we came down here, this is the again, like we said, the tariffs where it dipped. I bought some down here, what I could. Any dip I find, I buy. Again, not financial advice, but it's what I do. But with XRP, the way it's been going at the minute, we've been quite flat from April kind of 12th, so literally near enough a whole month of flatness, and then we've had a bit of a peak now. So we've got this 260 as resistance, and these lines, guys, I've drew in about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So again, I'm just finding levels of resistance and support, and at the minute we're hitting that resistance of $2.60. Whether the resistance, hopefully, the support can now be around 235, so we can come off this, and if we do bounce back up, I guess, again, we don't want to come back down to this 220. If we do, it's not too much of a concern, because it's, again, we're still using that hopefully as support, because again, even a week ago, we were we were under this 220 or 218 mark, so it's good to see for XRP. But XRP at the minute, I mean, if you look as well, coming back, again, being in this bull run sort of phase, again, guys, we were down here at 50 cents, and coming back up, I mean, coming from 50 cents to where this cycle is all-time high. So it's, again, not XRP's all-time high, but the cycle's all-time high. Again, 636%, so basically a 7x. It's great to see. But yeah, we've actually loaded up there. There we go, take that off. Fine. But XRP doing quite well. And then another one we're going to look at, let's look at Solana, see how Solana's doing. Again, we're on the 4 hourly chart here, guys, so let's just check. Don't know why that's there. Good. So with Solana, again, pumping really well. I mean, we've come up from this 145 mark where we're using that as support for a good kind of week and a half, 2 weeks, and now we're using this 180 as resistance. So once we get over the 180, we're looking for then the $200 mark. and then pushing on to, again, it's kind of tested territory. So we could be looking at 220, and then again we could possibly push for the 240, and then all-time highs going up to 290. But at the minute we're looking to get over the 200, so $180 mark, to then get over the 200, and then kind of we go from there to hopefully then get to the 240. Casper on the daily at the minute looking quite good, doing quite strong. Casper, again, a project I think will do quite well. It's being preached about its the trilemma difficulties in cryptocurrency. So that is your speed, kind of decentralization, and your scalability. So with Casper, it aims, because it's a proof of work, like Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin's the Bitcoin price at the minute is relative to its perceived value rather than actually its utilization, because it doesn't really have scalability or speed. Because it has decentralization, Bitcoin does, but because it only does 3 to 7 transactions per second, and one block of Bitcoin, for one block on the blockchain that Bitcoin can produce, it takes 10 minutes to fill that block. Whereas Casper, like we spoke about in another video, the crescendo hard fork, it's called. This is basically the network in Casper that is on 10 blocks per second. So Casper is able to transact 10 blocks per second. So there's about 300 to 400 240 to 300 transactions per block in Casper, and that would be 3,000 transactions per second in Casper. And again, being a proof of work, it keeps its decentralization, and due to the 10 blocks per second, it's got good scalability and it's got good speed as well. But yeah, sorry, babbling on like that. I believe in this project. I think it's going to do quite well this bull run. It's got an all-time high of about 20 cents at the minute. I mean, we're pushing on quite well. We've not had any information or news about exchange listings like Coinbase or Binance. It's got futures, but it hasn't got actual spot listings, and it's again been up in the air about crypto.com, but it's not been confirmed yet. But I mean, from the last kind of 8 hours, Casper has gone up a good 11% in the last kind of 8 hours. So again, it's performing really well at the minute, and what we're looking for here is probably once we kind of break the 13 cent range, we've just dabbed off it a little bit, haven't we? We're looking to push on to the 15 cent, I reckon, if we get that kind of confirmation. And again, obviously, Bitcoin is a big controller of the whole cryptocurrency, so of the whole kind of market. If Bitcoin pushes on then past that $105,000, $106,000 mark, we're there looking then for all-time highs for Bitcoin, I reckon. Sui, look at that, bang, $4. Love to see it. Doing very well, Sui at the minute. Again, layer 1 blockchain. People calling it the kind of sweetheart of this bull run. Like how Solana was last bull run, because obviously Solana flew up. Obviously with Sui, what we've got to watch out for, guys, is obviously let's have a look at Sui. It's number 12, I think. Oh, it's 11 now. Oh, good to see. So Sui, if you want to look at it, so just to give you a quick overlook on Sui and what it means, and the kind of tokenomics. So obviously Sui is a $13.3 billion market cap, right? But the amount of tokens that are currently in supply is 333 billion, and it has a total supply of 10 billion. All right. So if we were to get 10 billion, the actual kind of unlock. So if you were to unlock all these tokens, so at the minute, like I said, the current supply is 333 billion. If you're going to unlock all 10 billion and they're all out in supply, well, actually, the market cap would be around nearly 40 billion. So that's basically 3 times. So let's say if all the tokens were to be released right now, that would be the market cap, but the price would not change because it's just the tokens being released. So again, it's going to be gradually, obviously there's gradual release of these tokens, but at the minute, again, I feel with this, the tokenomics, I reckon, Sui could, we could see a $5 Sui in the next kind of couple weeks to hit that all-time high. The reason why I say this, it's got a lot going for it. It's got that Pokemon partnership being spoken about. Let's go on to the daily a minute so we can just have a good look. There we go. So we hit 537 of all-time high, and at the minute we're going to be trying to touch again another level of support. I reckon we'll be hitting. Level of resistance would be about 450. So again, we managed to hit the 430. When we hit that a couple of times, then go to the 450. After the 450, I think we're pushing on then to $5. We've got to break past the 496. Again, we've got a bit of resistance there. But whether that does, that's what we're kind of looking at to hit $5. And then once we are past the 537, which I feel we'll get to in the next, again, depending on what Bitcoin does, if that goes into all-time high and uncharted territory of Bitcoin, going past $109,000 of its all-time high, we're looking then at Sui going into... It will just follow again altcoins, and hopefully then we see that Bitcoin dominance reduce and altcoins start to take off, and that's when we really know we're in alt season. We haven't seen more again that mini alt season, but in the November time when alts did fly up quite a lot, and the Bitcoin dominance went down to about 54%, I think it was. Again, I need to make sure I am correct because look at that, 54% indeed. So with that 54%, yeah, but I mean, we've had Bitcoin dominance a lot further down before. Again, gradually round down here. But again, when the bull market was fully, at its peak, let's have a look. You're looking at, again, down here at about, so May 21, 40% we went down to. And we are currently nowhere near that at the minute. So to get down to there, we're looking at what are we now? 60, just shy of 63. So getting down to there, you're looking at about 25% kind of reduction in that, or 23%. So fine. All right, and then guys, just wanted to have a quick look at this. So I just want to talk about this one called TARS AI. It's on Solana. It's a AI kind of interoperable kind of project on Solana. At the minute, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I was buying from here, kept buying down. Again, I started buying, I reckon, around about, I think it was 12 cents. I have to look on. I'm buying it on Revolut at the minute because it's just convenient, and it's the only thing I buy on Revolut because it's not on Coinbase or anything like that. But at the minute, I kept buying down, and then I bought quite a bit down here, and over the last, let's have a look, go from here to here, we've gone up 500%, and that was in 11 days. And where we are now, we're up still 440% in the last kind of just shy of a month. So again, friends have been speaking to me about, Chris, what do I get into? But just choose your project and just choose it correctly and go from there. But yeah, guys, that's me today, and I hope you guys have a good one and take care of yourselves, and just be careful what you put your crypto money into, and just go from there. All right, cheers guys, have a good one, and see you in the next one.